For today's video get started, I want to give a shout out to, god damn it, Baby Ping Pong. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Baby Ping Pong. If you don't know who that is, yeah, have fun. Hey, what is going on, guys? Robotic here, and today we are going to be having Season 1 of Chapter 2 go up against Season 2 of Chapter 2 and an all-out war. And I'm going to compare them. Yeah, I posted this on my Instagram at about 6 in the morning. Yeah, it took me a while to do comparisons because I'm a dumbass. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, if you don't follow my Instagram or are not in the Discord server, there's a Fortnite Friday that I'm hosting and is happening very soon. It is at June 10th. I will be, potentially, it might be a live stream, probably will be a live stream. Wait, no, it probably won't be a live stream that I think about it. Because it's going to have to be a video. Yeah, it's going to be a YouTube video. It's not going to be a live stream. Sorry, guys. Anyways, enjoy the video. Let's look at the overall impact that each one brought to the game. So, like, hype for it. And just a whole bunch about it. So, first off, Season 1 of Chapter 2. Anyways, yeah, so Season 1 of Chapter 2 was very hyped. One, because we were assuming we were going to get a new map, but of course, hadn't been confirmed. Yes, this is a live game I'm playing. I just want to do something because a lot of these videos are probably boring. I suck at the video. Anyways, yeah, Season 1 of this chapter was incredibly hyped. We were all excited for the apparent new map, and we were stuck in a black hole, so, yeah, but we're really excited for a new thing of Fortnite. And of course, we got the new map. I mean, it was like a new game. It was a new chapter of Fortnite. All of our settings gone. All of our life gone. All of our subscribers. Wait, no, not that last one. Like, this game was not what it was. Yet it was still awesome. I mean, let's be honest. I've seen some tours like they reset our settings and everything was the same as if it was the first season or your first ever playing, because in a sense it was. Like, it was a new chapter. And while that was really cool, what followed wasn't. Okay, now let's talk about the impact or just the overall hype of Chapter 2 Season 2, aka this season. So this season was really hype. One, because the date was February, the 2nd of February, was 2020, so that was kind of cool. But in actual news that probably you guys care about, the overall impact of it was huge because, again, the last season didn't have very much content. And we were excited for something that was constant. And this season brought it. I mean, we had a shoot ton of stuff in this season. I mean, we had so much content this season because it was a new season. When number one, we had hype for the first time since the beginning of last season. I mean, there was so much stuff because we didn't get any content in the last season, and so because of that, we were really excited for what this season brought to the game. And, yeah. But for overall hype, I'm actually going to give the point to Chapter 2 Season 1. Just because, I don't know, Season 10 left off such a bad note that we were excited for the new chapter, the new map, and everything because of the amount of theories, and now it's coming true. We were just even more hyped, so Chapter 2 Season 1's got a point. Battle passes, and for Chapter 2 Season 1, number one, we're gonna look at the skins in the Battle Pass. I mean, we will look at a few other things, but first off, let's talk about skins. So skins that I really did like in the last season were I think Fusion was an awesome tier 100 skin, and we haven't had that good of a tier 100 skin since, like, the Ice King. And I mean, not a lot of people thought he was good. I thought he was pretty good. But I mean, we haven't had a good tier 100 skin in a while, and he knocked it out of the park. I'd say top 5 tier 100 skin in this video. I like the 8-ball versus Scratch skin. I don't know if that's because I'm a pool player or what that is, but I really like that skin. So there's some points there. And of course, another skin that I actually think is very underrated is the Cameo versus Chick skin. I thought she was a pretty good, not a great skin, but like a 6-7 out of 10. We had the Doctor, the Remedy versus Toxin skin. She was alright. I mean, her pickaxe was kind of good, but she wasn't a great skin, to be honest. We had, who else? That was about it. I mean, there wasn't a lot of good skins in this battle pass. But for emotes, well, it's kind of the same. Not a lot of the emotes had music. I mean, we had the high five, which is semi-iconic. The weird, like springy llama emote. I don't know. It's a weird emote. It's like a, I don't even know what it's called, if I'd be honest, and I don't care to know what it's called. Because it's not a good emote. Join Ghost? Yes, sir, I already have. Literally all of my skins for Ghost styles. Anyways, but of course, there's another thing we need to talk about, which is the backblings and pickaxes and gliders. So pretty much all the other stuff. I'm just gonna combine that to one because what's the point of not? So let's see here. First of all, wow, that's a lot of toilets. Oh, they all take this. Oh. Hell am I? Anyways, so for backblings, there's a few good ones. I don't really use any of them because I stick with Kevin backbling or the butterfly backbling, but there's a few good ones. None that are really notable to me. Like, if I'm being honest. Pickaxes, there's the med axe, which is a pickaxe I used to actually use. I think that was a really good pickaxe. And that's about it for pickaxes as well. There's not a lot of great stuff in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion, but for gliders, there's the downpour glider I thought was pretty cool. Like, I really like the way it goes from the normal first season with umbrella to water, because it was like kind of a water theme in a way. I guess another thing to talk about with this is how they made everything like different versions, like all the base options different than what they used to be. Like, the default pickaxe is now a cliffhanger remake. I thought that was pretty cool. There was a few good gliders in the oh, I was like the Midas drum gun. Huh, guy who had it died. So I'll take that. There's a guy here and I know it. Anyways, yeah, there wasn't a lot of good stuff in the battle pass, and that's why I'm not gonna give it. I understand, like, I understand that they were trying not to do too much, but I still feel entitled to feel very disappointed. I don't think it was that good of a battle pass. Because of that, I'm not going to give it a very high ranking. And a very good score. If that makes any sense at all. Alright, now for Chapter 2, Season 2's Battle Pass. So Chapter 2 had a lot more skins that I really liked. First of all, I feel entitled to talk about the Maya skin. Maya, while not executed incredibly well, is a good idea, and I feel like they should definitely build on that. Maybe give us more character, like if we want it to be a boy or girl, let us name it. But that is a step in the right direction. That is a huge plus for this battle pass. Another thing we have to talk about is, of course, there's a banana in this battle pass, which means it is perfect. No, for all real though, you can't beat a Peely. And a Peely in a suit, sign me up. I'm sorry, you can't beat that. I know his name's Agent Peely, and I called him Business Peely. Business Peely sounds cool, okay? Brutus was very disappointing. Tiantina, I think she's like trying to be the sweaty skin of this season, with the whole like, I don't know what her thing is. She's weird. She likes to blow stuff up. Very cool. No, not really. Sky was absolutely terrible. Okay, I'm sorry. I do think her ghost style is the best, but even that's mediocre. Sky is a terrible skin, and that brings this battle pass down. Not a lot, because again, it's one skin. But Sky was not a good skin, and I don't understand the love for her. Yeah, she's got a really good mythic weapon, but that shouldn't influence your feeling about a skin. And I'm about to contradict myself. No, I'm not. But obviously what brings this battle pass very more up than even... I know the last battle pass had Fusion, who I said was a good tier 100 skin, but like I said, he wasn't a great tier 100 skin. Are you okay there, buddy? But he wasn't a great tier 100 skin. Midas is a great tier 100 skin. Number one, you don't even need to have wrap for him, which always is cool because I sometimes think wraps get boring. He touches, everything he touches turns to gold, which is of course really cool. I swear I killed that same dude before. Anyways, which I think is of course really cool because the golden touch ability is sick. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Midas, of course, has very much relation to the storyline, which is incredibly awesome, and we will get back to that later in this video. And any skin with connection to the storyline is something I like, because even though I don't talk about it on YouTube, it is something that I can watch a lot, storyline stuff. And that just gives, and I think Midas is an incredible skin. I don't know if I've said this on, but he is easily the best skin of this chapter, or at least the best battle pass skin of this chapter, by far and away. Fusion's a close number 2, same with the 8-ball and the banana boy. I'm sorry, Midas is far and away better. Alright, but now let's talk about all the other stuff. Alright, so now for the other stuff. Back blings, pickaxes, glider, stuff like that. Number 1, I want to talk about the winner's umbrella. So the winner's umbrella classified. That's cool, I guess. I mean, I like the little music that plays. It ties in everything. I like the description. Don't tell anyone you found this. Or tell no one you found this. But overall, I think the last season's was better. But anyways, it's still a good glider, and of course, like, it's the point. Another thing I'm going to talk about is the back blinks. While there's not a of course, I'm not going to use any of the back blings unless they're really cool, because I like the Shattered Wing one a lot. But I feel like Midas's back bling actually goes really well with a lot of skins, especially the ghost style. Shadow can go with them too, but like the Shadow, his back bling works because it's either black or white, and there's a lot of skins that fit that color style, including Midas himself. So that back bling gets a few points, and I of course actually do use that back bling. So of course that gives it a lot of points. This guy just will not stop. God, I suck at the game. But anyways, yeah, so the Midas back bling is really cool. There's the I think there's Maya's back bling, which was really boring, and then I got a few styles, so now it's just boring with a few colors. But overall, really disappointing for a skin that I think has a lot of potential. The Maya, let's see, is there any other back blings? Oh yeah, Brutus's back bling, disappointing. There's Peely back bling, A++, totally realistic, 130%, not lying in the slightest. But overall, other than the Midas back bling, I'm not a huge fan of any of them. Pickaxes. This is where this season hits strong. Like, really strong. Way stronger than season 1. I was about to say chapter 1. But way stronger than season 1. Third party's here. And this is, of course, with none other than the Maya pickaxe, which is one of my favorite pickaxes. I used to main that pickaxe, but now that I like the glow skin a lot, I've switched. But of course, that doesn't take away from the fact that that pickaxe is awesome. Well, it doesn't fit the theme. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't fit the theme of Maya's like cool colors stuff thingamabobber. It is a cool pickaxe. And find the gliders. There's the Hack and Smash pickaxe, not that good. The banana axe, again, not that good. The gold, Midas's pickaxe is pretty cool. And the Meowscles pickaxe, meh. But yeah, Midas's pickaxe is pretty good. Maya's pickaxe is really good. But yeah, now on the gliders. Yeah, we already talked about the Windows umbrella. But there's the there's the Skelefish. Not a lot of people use it, but it is kind of cool, I guess. Goes with me. I was just set. Of course, there is what you call it. Glider in the back. Assist. Oh yeah, the Ollie glider. That one's actually really cool because it's like you can do it for almost everything. I mean, it's an emote, a back, it's an emote, a glider, and a helper and Jenga, I guess. I didn't know that was a thing, but it is. So yeah, that's a thing. But honestly, I'm gonna stop dilly dallying around the point that most of you guys know about, which is the Bombs Way glider. Without a doubt, the best glider I've ever. It's pay to win. Well, not necessarily pay to win, but play to win. Because you don't. It's a sick glider. I mean, it's a surfing glider. But it's a surfing glider, and that gives it a lot of points because it's a cool glider, which hasn't been in the game ever before. And so with all that calculated, I'm going to give the Battle Pass point to Season 2 by a long shot. Nothing done in Chapter 1, 2, Season 1 holds up against 2, and I think that's intentional. Alright, let's talk about the probably hardest one to gauge, the meta of the season. Or gameplay meta, kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, so the meta slash gameplay. Chapter 2 Season 1 meta was very basic, but I think it was I'm pretty sure it was going for basic. Because it was like same as Season 1, right? It was just grab an AR, grab a shotgun, an SMG, maybe a sniper and some heals, and get a lot of mats. Play it slow, but aggressive when you need to. You know, all that stuff that makes it very basic, but also pretty good. Because the whole point of this, they got rid of all the mobility. They did that to slow the game down, and that's why there was a lot more long-range AR build fights than there was in the last season. And there's probably the most I've seen in a while. And I think the reason for that is just because that's what they wanted. They didn't want this game, they didn't want games to go quick, they wanted to just take slow. But then again, they did give you bandage bazookas, and I think that was probably the biggest advantage you got this last season. I don't know, you couldn't get many advantages, but again, I feel like this, I don't actually know. What was the everything was balanced, and while that is good in a way. It's also bad because there's nothing to make content on. Not done with that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's nothing to make content on because everything was so boring. But yeah, it was a very basic, boring meta. But that also meant that there weren't a lot of overpowered strategies, which is a good thing. There wasn't any mechs. There wasn't a mech-like thing in this season, which is always a plus, because the mechs are goddamn terrible. But yeah, this season, last season definitely knew how to play it safe. And it definitely did, because it was off a terrible hit with the mechs. And so they knew that they needed to play this season very well, and they played their cards perfectly. And it gave us a, honestly, a pretty fun game. But like I said, it was also incredibly boring. However, Chapter 2, Season 2 fixes that. This season brought the introduction of mythic weapons, which made the game very, very fun to play. You could say they were overpowered. I don't think they were too overpowered. But they were definitely... Let me rephrase that. I don't think they were too overpowered, but they definitely were overpowered. They were the right overpowered. In the sense that everything they brought to the game was better than normal. So it was overpowered, because there's not a counter. But again, there's a lot to counter, and I'm just tied to a mythic weapon. But yeah, Season 2 brought together mythic weapons, which I think were incredibly, incredibly needed. They gave you an advantage that you couldn't get last season. And while the community, not all of the community likes it, definitely it's a thing that it was definitely 130% needed for this game to be fun. And it got it. And so for meta, because this season's meta was get an AR, get a shotgun, preferably the TAC, and get a mythic. And I think that's a lot better than just get an AR, get a shotgun, get an SMG, get a sniper, get some heals. Much better. So overall, I'm gonna give this to Season 2. 2 points Season 2, 1 point Season 1 for the 0 people making a reaction on this. So Chapter 2 Season... Oh yeah, by the way, we're just looking at everything, like, overall. So anything that I didn't cover, we'll just regroup into this. But there's not a lot, because I'm trying to keep this video under 32 minutes. Anyways, Chapter 2 Season 1 did a very cool thing, where while they vault items, they gave you a lot of items in the sense that almost every gun in the game had a gray, green, blue, purple, and gold variant. Well, they're made for a lot of fucking trash weapons, like the green RPG and the gold and the gray bolt. It made for some really good weapons, like the purple pumps, gold pumps, and the gold sniper. Things like heavy snipers were vaulted. P90s were vaulted. A lot of other stuff got vaulted. Things like TAC SMGs got vaulted. Junkers got vaulted. Anything that even felt overpowered at the slightest got vaulted or nerfed. Which made for it to be really boring but balanced. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing yet. Editing me will know, because he's the one that will let you know who won. Well, not necessarily, but as of right now, I don't know which is better, but I will as I talk about Chapter 2 Season 2. Of course, Chapter 2 Season 1 did not come without its glitches. Boats could seem to be pretty glitched. But of course, I'm not to argue that that is always a bad thing, as it makes for laser beam doing stuff that is funny. And of course, if he does stuff that is funny, that is cool. Deadpool, what are you doing, my man? You alright there, buddy? I'm gonna emote. anyways, now that I got these, I'm gonna talk. So yeah, almost every weapon had a version of it that wasn't good. But another thing that they really nerfed are the pump shotguns, making it go to 90, 95. So there was the gray pump, which I think was like 85. It was not good, and still isn't to this day. But we had gray pump do 90, which only could do now a 180 headshot instead of a 190 headshot on a perfect headshot. We had the blue pump now be only able to hit a 190 headshot or 180 headshot. Bonus pumps got nerfed, and which is why tacs are now the preferred shotgun. Which of course I think is very sad, and I still use pumps over tacs. However, not most of the community does anymore. Which, pretty sad if you think about it. But of course, we all live and grow. Or die. Again, don't know whether or not this is good or bad. As I used to think tacs was better. Now I don't know anymore. Of course, most of the community uses tacs, so I guess there's that. But, of course, now let's talk about so, honestly, with the pumps being nerfed and everything being balanced, I don't know if that's I don't think that's really a good thing. Chapter 2, Season 2 weapons. Well, obviously, we had the introduction of 5 mythic weapons. The Midas drum was... No, 7, technically. With the Midas drum gun, the Sky Grappler, the Sky AR, the Brutus minigun, the Deadpool hand cannon, the Meowscles Piao Piao rifle. That was it. Yeah, I just named them all. Oh, and TNT's Kaboom Bow. Of course, this made the game way more fun, as there was a point to drop the spy bases. Some of these, like the oil rig, might be still popular drops just because of the fact that they, you know, people, a lot of the noobs will go there, which means some of the sweats will there if they want a lot of easy kills. But then again, a lot of these places would not be popular if they didn't have the mythics. But of course, the mythics just made the game more fun and overall just more freaking enjoyable. Like, I know the game was fun because it wasn't overpowered and there was always a reason to play. Obviously I like the level system, but I think Chapter 2 Season 2 took whatever last season had and just improved on it. And that's why I'm gonna give the weapons and items for the Chapter 2 Season 2. Because what they did is just took whatever Chapter 2 Season 1 did and made it more fun, more better, more... yeah. They just made the game more enjoyable overall. Wow. Well, some people will are to argue that the mythic with the mythics are too overpowered. I don't agree. So yeah, that's another point for Chapter 2 Season 2. And really, the only thing we have to talk about is updates, and this is honestly the hardest spot. Currently scores 3-1, and well, honestly, neither game gave us enough update. Neither season gave us that many updates. Or at least not many updates with actual content in them. Sure, we had updates, but we didn't have real updates. But I feel like Chapter 2 Season 2 did have more updates, in the sense we got things like helicopters, proximity mines, crash pads, a lot of weapon updates, a lot of weapon vaults throughout the season, like the sports pistol. But of course, they brought a lot of guns that the community really loved, like the drum gun back, the boom bow back. Of course, they were better than they were worse than they once were, but better than they definitely could have been. And so because of that, Season 2, in my opinion, the winner of this is Chapter 2 Season. They actually brought this out. Wow. I'm honestly kinda shocked. Anyways, yeah, so the winner of this is Chapter 2 Season 2. It is the overall better season, just enjoyable, a better battle pass, and of course there's actually a live event. So that is the end of my ranking. That is the end of this versus. Versus is making a return finally. And yeah, if you don't agree with my opinion, let me know. If you do agree with my opinion, let me know. And yeah, have a great day. Or don't. I don't really care. But I kind of do. I'm shocked about this thing.